Okay, so on to the next track in Tom's mixtape volume 1, man. We've started off on such a cool, chilled wicket over here. We're mellowing in. This is going to be one of those chilled series, it seems. Right? This one over here is Natalie Merchant. Now, this I've never heard of before. I don't know this artist at all. And this song is called Carnival. So this is completely brand new to the channel. The last two were just absolutely amazing. Just very nostalgic songs, took me way back. If you're only hopping on now, I suggest just go back one or two and listen to them. Very easy listening. I try not to ramble too much, although sometimes I did. Maybe I did ramble too much anyway, or whatever. I am what I am, man. You take me as a package, man. Anyway, let's rock and roll. Natalie Merchant, Carnival. Never heard of this one before. For those of you who are interested in the custom series product, I'm leaving the link down in the pinned comment. You can go take a look there. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what we got.
Stage, it seemed to me, makeup on their faces, actors took their places next to me. Well, I've walked these streets in a carnival of sights to see. All the cheap thrill seekers, vendors and the dealers, they crowded around me.
It's crazy. I'm sensing like a community feel with all of these tracks so far. From the Tom Waits to the Billy Joel to Natalie Merchant, everything, there's like a distinctive thread of community. What I love about this particular one, it's basically this chick is just walking around the streets in like a big hustling, bustling city, right? And it almost feels like an ant colony. Like everyone's just moving and doing their thing, and everyone's got their own place to be in, their own lives to deal with, and it always feels like everyone's in these bubbles. But a photographer, what I love about the whole idea of her being a photographer in the city, she gets to slow down time and introspect on each individual element, so she can. Like that, she took that picture of that old lady. She literally slows down time, and she like captures that piece in time, and then she can introspect on it, right? She can introspect on like her age. What has she done? What has she gone through in her life? Why is she here? Why is she in the city? It's very cool. Like photographers actually get to do that, and photographers get to take snapshots out of life, and like sort of immortalize those moments forever, which I think is very cool. And she's kind of like saying like the city is like a carnival. It feels like a carnival. It feels like it's all hustling and bustling. But if you literally slow things down and you snapshot all these different elements, you can somewhat pull the mask off this carnival and introspect a little on what's behind that mask, which I think is very, very cool.
Around me, have I been blind? Have I been lost inside myself and my own mind? Been hypnotized, mesmerized by what my eyes have seen. Well, I've walked these streets in a spectacle of wealth and poverty. In the diamond market, the scarlet welcome carpet that they just rolled out for me.
Fire. I like what she did there in the diamond market where there's conflict, but they just rolled it out for me. Right, so you go to a jeweler and they'll just give you a tray with diamonds. They pick one, but it's like where do those diamonds come from? These blood diamonds that come from Africa, like West Africa or something like that. Right, so like we don't ever see the outside of it, but this is something that a photographer would sort of introspect, which I think is absolutely fantastic. I think it's such a beautiful thing. because it's crazy, though, as human beings, if you're going out there with nothing in front of your face, and even now with our cell phones, even the way we take pictures with our cell phones today, it still feels very detached. It's almost, you're still in this fog and haze of the society that you're in, and you're not looking at it deeper. There was something about those analog cameras that this action here changed everything. Like, this action here forced you, just looking through that viewfinder, just looking through that, right? Forced your brain to have some level of connection to what you were taking the shot of. Do you know what I mean? There was something there. I'm not entirely sure if I can explain that, but I even felt that. You know what I mean? When I got my own cameras. I was doing photography at one point as well. Not professionally, just because thing. But the moment you go through that viewfinder and you're looking to frame something in there, and you want the most beautiful shot with the perfect little bokeh effect behind it, and you want that depth of field, so you sit there for a while, and somehow that image, right, is everything you see. There's nothing around you, right? So that becomes everything, which immediately gets your brain to click into what you're taking an image of, and why you're taking the image of it, and why that's so beautiful when you're doing that. It meant more than this. It meant way more for me personally. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below.
Just rolled up for me, and I've walked these streets in the madhouse, as silent they can be, where a wild-eyed misfit prophet on a traffic island stopped, and he raved of saving me.
Old school selfies. You know what I mean? No filter.
Of saving me. Have I been wrong? Have I been wise to shut my eyes and play along? Hypnotized, paralyzed.
I love how, sorry for pausing again, I love how she's introspecting on that. It's like, have I been wrong? Like, have I been right or wrong to just follow along in this, to follow along in this carnival, to follow along in this sort of herd, right? Should I have done something different? Should I have stepped up, right? So she's introspecting. She's taking herself out of that carnival and looking in. She's looking into that carnival without being in that carnival, right? So she's almost got like a bird's eye view of that carnival. Because she's a photographer, she can capture all of that, and she can almost put that in front of her and be like, you know, was I right to stay in this concrete jungle and just go along to get along, right? Or could I have done something else with my life, right? Like that.
By what my eyes have found, by what my eyes have seen.
It's a beautiful song.
What they see.
Once in a book over there, specifically with these war photographers, where there was a war photographer that said, you see this devastation, and I've got to sit behind my lens and capture this, knowing that I can't change reality. I can only capture that in time, and I can only hope that that can make a difference. They can't change the reality of what's in front of them. It is what it is. Their job as a photographer is to just capture it. And as painful as it is, and as what you're seeing through that lens, as painful as that is, you have to detach the emotion and say, well, I've got to capture this because more people need to see this. I need to put this out there for more people to see, in the hopes that maybe that can change something, right? But it feels like it's a very, you get this feeling of complete and utter helplessness and hopelessness, because the reality is brutal in front of you. You know what I mean? And photographers, I mean, even in the city, just going around, you can see, you taking pictures of all this and free, but you see different things. You see poverty, you see people that are struggling, you see all those kind of things. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, photography is a very interesting thing. It's actually a very philosophical thing if you actually think about it. If you think deeper, it's a very philosophical thing, because what you take the picture of, you can introspect heavily on that image. You know what I mean? If you're taking a picture of someone in the street opening up his store, right? There are so many things that you could think, oh, I wonder, sort of, what is it? How long has he had that shop? What does he do? You know what I mean? Is he struggling? Is he making money? Is it this? It's interesting.
Have I been right? Have I been lost? Have I been wrong? Have I been wise? Have I been strong? Have I been hypnotized, mesmerized by what my eyes found in that great street carnival? In that carnival.
It's a beautiful song. A carnival within a carnival. I love that. I actually love what she's done over there, right? Where it ends, where the people in that community, the people in the carnival are playing her song, right? So she was introspecting while she was actually in the streets, and then after that, it's almost like she went and attained her dreams, right? And she got to where she wanted to get, and now she's making a difference through the music that's playing through the very streets that she was contemplating that. That's how I see that. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below, man. That was an absolutely awesome song. Love that. We're in a very chilled mode over here, which I'm loving. I'm good to stay in this mode. Very, very good to stay in this mode. You guys let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!